What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. Getting finished up on my very first viewer's choice playthrough, and it was quite a bit of fun. I wanted to finish it today, or yesterday, pardon me, on stream. However, I was having some connection problems, as everyone that was there at the stream can remember. However, the playthrough itself has been with Abyss Lord, Lavamancer, the Adept, and the EV2. Let me go ahead and grab old Pebbles back out, get her in the mix, and here we are now, Greystone Plaza, Chaos 7, and looking for my first Chaos 7 win. My pride and joy so far out of the playthrough is this bad boy here. It is definitely my best item overall. 16,739 defense health on my walls, which is just nice. Then we're going to go with some Fissures of Evermount. We see we've got that medallion right there. I am using Power Transfer, Deadly Strikes, and Defense Rate. On the walls, I had Electric Fingers, Power Pylon, and Fortification. We're going to go with some Hailstorm Towers. Really low powered on that Hailstorm medallion. However, you got to go with what you got. So if I have to, I'll actually put some additional Hailstorms down to help cover that gap there, as that's just pretty darn weak. Going with Power Transfer, Deadly Strikes, Defense Rate on that as well. And then we got some Proton Beams with this lovely little gem, 12,294 Defense Power. And we've got Frosty Beams, Power Transfer, and Defense Rate. Now, as you saw earlier, I am going to use weapon manufacturers here. I had Mr. Factory was engaged. On the weapon mans, we've got this medallion, 14,878. Defense Rate, Deadly Strikes, and Power Transfer for the weapon manufacturers as well. So let's go ahead and get things started and see what we can do. Now, I do know we're going to need some air. Now, one of the reasons the weapon manufacturers are so powerful in Chaos 7 is because they hit ground and air mobs. Now, of course, the special mob in Chaos 7 is the Cobalt Flyer, which is a flyer that will disable any of your towers in the area, and I am only going to have those hailstorms as the only towers on the map, so any Cobalts will end up going after those. However, the Cobalt Flyers do come out of the standard ground lanes, which means they're low flying, and a defense that hits air as well, such as the weapon manufacturer, will have no problem getting a few licks in. See if we can't get it built out here. We're going to go with a Proton Beam right there. How do we want to do this? I've got 200... What? You get 225 DU overall per lane, but of course you have to get the air in there. I'll tell you what, let's start off with a Proton Beam and 3 weapon manufacturer nodes. Do we want to slap a Fissure in the mix? Actually, let's put the Fissure further back towards the wall, and then we'll get the benefit of that Power Pylon on the Fissure. Let's see, right here, let's go with it right there. Now here, I want to kind of put the weapon manufacturers a little bit further back, as by putting them a little bit further back, they are going to assist with the air mobs here from the normal flyer lane coming in right there. So I want to make sure I get all the help I can get from every one of the defenses that I can. In fact, let's just go right like that and take advantage of the curve there, and then we'll do the same thing. Actually, I'll put the Fissure, let's go right about there with it. Now, of course, this lane could be a problem with the sub-objective right there, and of course, Cobalts, if they don't have a tower within range, they will go after your objectives. So the Cobalts could definitely dive bomb that. I think, let's see, I think my remedy for that is probably, let me just go ahead and put another wall. I'm going to put a Skelly wall right there. Now, that wall is going to take some aggro, and I'm hoping that the Cobalts go directly to it. Let's see, let's go ahead and get that Proton Beam. And then the weapon manufacturer. How do we want to do it? I want to put it slightly over to this side. Make sure all 3 of the rings are covering the entrance. It appears that they are. I've got 220 DU left, now 190. which is going to leave this lower lane a little bit weak. I'm probably going to have to go without weapon manufacturers and go a little heavier on the fissures, but let's see how it looks. Of course, we do need the wall. That leaves me 150. Actually, that's kind of ideal for just going with straight burn on this lane and going with 5 fissures there. Now, of course, Greystone does give you a little extra love there on the DU. We got 200 left, so I'm going to double up that one and single up that one, and then I'm going to pray that those weapon manufacturers are enough to kill those Kobold Flyers. We're about to find out, that's for sure. See, it looks like the ground mobs are getting handled pretty well. Looks like the crits are... What is that? Is that 382? You know what I should have done is put the base of the weapon man back at the wall further and took advantage of that power pylon. It looks like the crits are 380,000. There's some other numbers going off as well. That may have been the proton beam damage. Let me look. I'm not really sure. Yeah, it looks like, well, there's 380s and there's 452s in the mix. That's kind of strange. Of course, I've only got 10% crit chance on the proton beams, which completely nerfs their damage. However, I'm using them more for CC in this situation. Now, no assassins to worry about until Wave 3. So, my only fear prior to Wave 3 is 100% just the Lady Orcs. And we know how they do. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and we'll focus all of our upgrades on... Actually, let's get the air really juiced up here. Let's go with one more there, and we'll go 2 ups here. I just feel like that Fissure Lane is strong. Oh, know what? That Fissure Lane... Well, it's got the air defense from these two. And that Fissure Lane, nothing down there is hitting the air. However, these guys are both aimed to cover any kobolds in that lane as well. So I'll have to keep an eye on it. But then let's throw everything else I can into these fissures just to get these ground mobs completely cleared out. I better put it over here. With the ground mobs clear, of course, now AoE defenses in Dungeon Defenders only hit 10 targets. So no matter how many targets are within these weapon manufacturers, only 10 of them are going to actually take damage. So you have to keep that in mind. If you have a large push coming out of a wave and you're expecting to kill flyers and ground mobs, your defenses could get overrun just from having too many mobs inside of it. Luckily, it looks like that Cobalt actually led the pack and came out first, so it was the first thing to take any damage, which is kind of nice. Proton beams doing their thing. Excellent. It actually looks like... Wow, is that weapon manufacturer getting the buff all the way up there from Power Pylon? I see the little purple glow. That's crazy. That's a long, long distance. Something definitely doesn't seem quite right there. Here's the first Cobalt that decided to take the dive. Here comes Quibs. I'm just going to stay here and kind of work this lane. As we'll play around with the Mega Death Laser while we're here. Hopefully those get changed at some point. They're kind of ungratifying just a little bit when you use them. It's like you're expecting so much more and you get one tiny little pew-pew out of it. There we go. Now hoping to get some upgrades here throughout the course of the map. What do we got there? It's not as good as that legendary piece. See, Wave 3 incoming. Now this wave, of course, we're going to have Assassins. And I've got 140,000 health, so I'm not like bare bones in it. But I'm definitely not in the absolute best condition. There's no doubt about that. Well, you know, I didn't go over my EV's DPS gear. You see I've got a mixed set, a couple of blues, one legendary, one epic chest. You see I did throw upgrades. I actually had to upgrade to get over the hump to get Chaos 7 unlocked. You need to get the 3915. I upgraded that chest and this weapon, and that got me well over to 4156. Did I upgrade anything else? Nope, looks like that was it. Alright, this wall took a beating. Is there any more mana land? Yeah, there's a little bit up here. That wall definitely took a hammer to the face, so gonna need to get some repairs there. I'm gonna hang on to this other 9 and get the wave going. We've got another Cobalt Flyer, as you see, coming out right out of the gates. You see it on the mini-map. But now that I know it's coming, I'm gonna proton charge that thing and at least get the first one out of the way without any issues. Got the shieldies rolling out next. There'll be no match for the weapon man, so I'm not too worried about those. I just have to watch for the minimap. Now, the Cobalt Flyers do look the same on the minimap as the Cobalt Flyers, the normal dive bombers do. These, of course, are the EMP Cobalts. So all you have to do is look for those yellow flyers. If you see yellow flyers coming out of a regular ground lane on the minimap, it's time to pay attention. Because stuff is about to go down, let me tell you. Alright, here comes my first wave of assassins. Suicided into that ogre stomp, but hopefully this ogre gets a freeze. Oh, he's actually going to be sidetracked by that wall. Perfect. I got a little side aggro for the ogre to sit there inside of that weapon manufacturer. Good job, ogre. Fine work. And we got Malthius coming down below. We'll just put the burn on Malthius here. Oh, come on. Get off me! Alright, gonna have to hit up a proton beam here. Actually, oh yeah, proton beam and weapon manufacturers will kill it. Actually, decided not to come out anyway. Let's see if we got any fat loots laying around here. No, not gonna be better than that upgraded piece. It's a little better chest piece, however, no hero health, and I really... Oh, there's McDougars. Man, that McDougars is pretty nice. No hero health on it either. That's just asking for trouble, using that on my first Chaos 7 run here. Alright, what do we want to do? First off, we got the boss lane. We got another ogre. Let's repair that wall he hit, and I'm gonna... Let's just continue into the fissures here. Okay, that fissure's topped out now. Let's make sure there's not going to be any flyer issues on this lower lane. And just let it run. Cobalt coming in right up front again. And you see him just floating above the pack. Popped out of my proton charge a little early there. I tell you, even with the mixed set of gear and not having a perfect set of gear, proton charge just hits hard. You know, what I mean by mixed set is I don't have the correct stats. Where for a proper proton charge EV2, you'd want to go ability power, hero crit, and hero health. In Chaos 7, the hero health just for survival. I've got a lot of hero damage in the mix as well, which does help my auto attack, or just my primary attack, but it's not helping that proton charge any. And here comes the ogre. Let's see if we can't get a Drago off on him. Oh. Well, I got out of the stomping time that time, but it wasn't pretty. He's doing the right thing and turning towards that wall again, but these assassins are just really giving me a hard time here. There we go. It wasn't the prettiest takedown, but it did work. And we got Quibs over here. Quibs down. And there is the big assassin punch to the face. And I was actually expecting more of that. 143,000 gives you a little room to play, though. That's for sure. I mean, if I was rolling in with like 60 or 70,000 health, it would just be a straight-up problem. Let's see what we got there. There's a tome canister. Wow. Pretty decent mark. 16k, not bad for the first Chaos 7 round. Let's see, we're good there. Let's get these up front fissures just really pumping out the damage. And on the mini-map, looks like everything else is good. So I'm going to head back over to this top boss lane and Let's get wave 5 started, see if we can't one-shot this bad boy. I'm not going to get overly optimistic yet, because stuff like that is going to happen. And the west gate lock took a shot. Now, it doesn't matter if I lose a sub-objective now, as it's wave 5, so the new mobs wouldn't spawn until the next wave. So no real issue there. But I'm not going to get too excited yet. Being the first attempt, I don't always get a win on the first try. Unless you're just straight up going flavor of the month stuff, then it's kind of expected. Let's see, so we got Siege Roller and Ogre. What else is coming? Please. Oh, it's another Siege Roller. I got double Siege Rollers. That's bad. Well, let me get this Siege Roller first. See if I can sneak in behind him. Try to stay out of those rockets as best I can. I need that charged shot to proc a few more times. Would be just ideal. Okay, we got one down. Looks like got some loot hit out of the deal as well. See if I can't get a heal in the mix. Now the other Siege Roller, anytime you get double rollers like that, just prioritize them. Where that's the shortest lane to the core, so that one needed to die first. This one has got a long journey, so more than enough time to kill it. So even though, you know, no fun getting a double roller, particularly on your first go in a chaos tier, just make sure you prioritize them and kill the correct one first. The fastest one out is not always the best choice either. So just make sure you're looking at the routes and just how long you expect it to take the Siege Roller to get to an objective. And there we go, Chaos 7. So that was Season 1 of the Viewer's Choice playthrough. And to be honest with you, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's fun going through on heroes that you didn't pick. As, you know, you already know if you go flavor of the month, you're going to blast right through the stuff. But playing around with the different defenses and different heroes is always a lot of fun. And no difference there. I do plan on doing this again, probably pretty soon, actually. So keep an eye out on the channel for another posting for you to pick the heroes I use in the next Viewer's Choice playthrough. So thank you very much for watching. Click that like button and please subscribe to the channel, and I will be back soon with more Dungeon Defenders 2. Thanks again. I'll see ya.